Mr. Speaker, as I finalize, I want to really thank the Americans for voting in Trump to finish the culture of what our children have been crying for, a culture that is not our culture, and now America has awakened itself. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
The Honorable Charles Nguna, I want to recognize the students at the Speaker's Gallery. But why are you so excited? You keep punching there. What is the matter?
Mr. Speaker, you know my name is CNN. And then CNN, I know CNN and you, Mr. Speaker, you supported Donald Trump to win the elections. And I want to bring the breaking news to the House that Donald Trump is the president of the United States of America. So congratulations to him, and that is why I am excited. And I, being the CNN, I just wanted to bring the news to you, Mr. Speaker, so that we can celebrate this victory. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for this opportunity.
Very interesting. Yeah, I see the chair of the ICT committee contesting. But honorable members, let me recognize the students from Starehe Boys Center and Regis School, Runda, who are seated at the Speaker's Gallery. Honorable members, I wish to recognize 19 students from Starehe Boys Center and from Regis Academy, Runda, who are seated in the Speaker's Gallery. The students from Starehe Boys Center are in the National Assembly on a voluntary service scheme that gives them an opportunity to give back to the community by serving in different organizations during the school holidays. The students from Regis School Runda are here as part of their job shadowing program, which the school undertakes in various institutions during the school holidays. Honorable members, on my own behalf and on that of the National Assembly, I welcome them to Parliament and wish them a positive experience in their service to the National Assembly and to the nation. I thank you. The Honorable Nabi Nabwera, MP for Lugari.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. First, I want to associate myself with the remarks by one CNN that the world order by the act of the Americans is poised to change. That I'm excited that the war in the Middle East will end. I'm excited that the children in Russia and Ukraine will go to school. That I'm excited that our armed forces in Haiti will come back home. Mr. Speaker, let me move on to support the motion by saying that our Constitution 2010 recognizes education as a right. And Mr. Speaker, if you read the Constitution properly, you will agree with me that it goes further to give a status of education in the Constitution, that among the rights is not only a social right, it also enables the economic rights in the Constitution. Therefore, it's an enabler of attaining other rights as provided for in our Constitution. I've listened since yesterday, Mr. Speaker, and I just want to take it further. Maybe, Mr. Speaker, we need to be talking about making education really free. From ECD to university. And Mr. Speaker, allow me to share with you figures which I've tried to work out. Our budget as is, we have about 680 billion for education. And the areas of shortfall is one, having enough capitation that will allow our children to learn free. Two, having enough money to employ enough teachers. Three, having enough money for university funding to make it free. Mr. Speaker, as I go into my figures, I want to remind my colleagues and the country that China, with 467 million students, education is almost free. It is funded by the state, 92.67%. We just have a fraction. Now, what do we need to do if we were to make education free from ECD to university? Mr. Speaker, we will need an extra 46 billion for TSC, and that would be enough to employ the teachers we are looking for JSS, for primary, for secondary. We will need another 8.2 billion as a conditional grant to the counties to go to ECD so that we can employ ECD teachers properly. Mr. Speaker, you will need another 76.8 billion shillings to go to the university funding. Mr. Speaker, the animal in this house is on how to manage infrastructure in schools. The Ministry of Education has really underperformed. It has actually discriminated some other areas. If we were to organize the infrastructure of schools, Mr. Speaker, and I speak this from a point of knowledge, you will need another 34 billion to be given as a conditional grant to NGCDF. You will have all the classrooms you need in this country and proper classrooms. You will have all the resource centers you need. You will need another 9 billion shillings to go towards resourcing the laboratories, the libraries in the junior school and in the secondary school. In a nutshell, Mr. Speaker, you need to grow our budget, which is affordable, from 680 to 936 billion. You will provide free education. And I don't think we would be asking too much from a budget of 4 trillion to give an enabler, to give an equalizer sector that amount of money. Mr. Speaker,